Hello world, PDR coming at you here with a 2017 Ford Explorer. Real nice car for a real nice guy, and it's got a little dinger right in the center of the door there. Your average door ding. And hopefully you guys have a visual on it. I got my number one and my wedge and my guard in there. The glass is a single pane, so I don't have to worry about pushing against a dual pane glass. And let me just turn my hat around, go into the fog here, and find my tip. This is the first, I checked access, and I know I have access on it, but this is the first push I've made. And I'm actually gonna move the board just a little, not the board, but the wedge and guard just a little bit. I'm gonna come in here and just typewriter baby this little sucker out. And at this point in the videos, when I say I sure do appreciate everybody that clicks on this video, I really do. If you would hit that subscribe button, we sure love it. Helps out the channel, and we love to see the community grow. And none of these pushes that I'm making right now, guys, I can even see. I'm just basically, I know I'm moving the metal, but I'm just doing it so slow that I can't see any pushes. It's not super cold out, it's not super warm. It's about 65, 60 degrees maybe. And I'm just taking it real slow. Down in the bottom, it's still a complete dent. But we got it to that 40% mark so far. And now I'm starting to be able to know right where my pushes are. I mean, basically from then until now, the start until now, I didn't know where my pushes were. I just knew that I was in the center somewhere, moving it up. I saw the fog move. And now I can see where my tip is, and I'm just basically giving it the pushes that it needs without making any kind of marking. I don't want to do any tapping if I don't have to, but you know, 95% of the dents I do, I have to tap something down. So I want to cross check right now. I'd say I'm at about that maybe 50% mark. If we're going for supreme level, top level quality. Now I'm going to come down through the middle. Maybe you guys have to get a different angle because I'm looking into both the fog and the black line. And the pressure that I'm putting, guys, is, I'd say if it hits a pound, I stop. Like a half a pound, 0.75 pound, and I stop. So basically a pound of pressure with just the throw of my finger. Barely any pressure at all. It looks like I'm sitting here pushing on metal, and I'm not. I'm basically just feeling the tension of the metal and dropping in a little pound of a push. Now it's starting to get harder to see. I'm going to come farther back with it. Because of camera angle, I'll go like this. Make sure we're all the way up. Let's see if you guys can get a visual on it now. See, now I still see a lot of it. That's why I said we're only 50% in, because we were getting in real tight on it. Don't know if you guys can see this one, but it's got to be done right. And at this point, the dent is more important than the video, because I'm, you know, trying to make this thing look super nice. And it's coming together. I see where I'm still low. But guys, I want to cross-check again. I mean, now I'm going to cross-check with a lower angle and get way down here. Walking up to the car and looking at that dent is what you don't want to see. And so most people don't walk up to the car on their knees from 2 feet down, looking straight down like this, like I'm doing, to see if there's a dent. I mean, they'd notice it from right here if I didn't cross-check this. So coming right down on it, and it's got a little weird triangle. And I'm basically just hover over this dent. Need to try. Actually, let me find my tool here. There we go. And I'll Zen mode out. Making some real slight pushes through this middle area. And it does feel like something's holding it in, like a brace or a piece of glue, but that brace or the piece of glue is about 1 inch away. So, where is it? I'm gonna look for it. Oh, yep, it's right underneath it, down there. And so that's why it's kind of pulling me on this tug area. But now that I got that cross-check angle out nicely, turn that back on, turn that back bright. I'm gonna come through and basically finish off this little dent with same pushes I started with. Pretty strong ones. Let's get right on it. And I don't know, I thought this was going to be a little quickie, 5-minute dent, but that's one of those things in patience and in life I've found that's whenever you think something's going to be the easiest thing in the world, it's probably a little bit more difficult. And whenever you think something's going to be super difficult, you do it and you go, wow, that wasn't as hard as I thought. So it's a weird little dichotomy that I've experienced. Words, language, stuff. Okay guys, now I'm using the black line. Well, no, I'm gonna go back to the fog. I was about ready to say I'm using that black line to dial right in, but that edge of the board that I don't have any stripes on gives me a real nice look at it. If you notice that we don't have the microphone on, sorry, forgot it at the house. And what was the other thing that I'm kind of forgetting? I don't know. That one's getting there. I'd say right now it's at about 90% mark, and we're gonna get it to 95. Almost every customer that I speak to is fully well aware that even a nice little dent like this, we want to expect 95% out of it. We're never gonna say it's 100%. Even though if, you know, we sat here and Dent Olympics this thing, you could really get it to the point that a judge wouldn't be able to, well, a judge would probably always be able to find it, but I think my 95% and what I promise people is always a good boundary to set, because I am super picky, and when I meet those people that are as picky as me, it's nice to get it done and have given what I promised and say, see, if you put my board on it, you can still see a little tiny bit. And they go, wow, you're good. And that's kind of, I just want to be able to provide the service that I say I'm going to provide. And most people think paintless dent repair is super easy. Guy just pops a dent out, no problem. That's why I have a couple of funny videos like that, me just popping out dents. But I think this one turned out pretty darn good, and I might even spend some time off camera. I'm still looking at it here, trying to find it. I don't know how much of the finish work, there it was, right there. I don't know how much of the finish work I'm gonna keep you guys in. Honey, how many minutes are we? 9 minutes in. Let's keep you in for a minute worth of finish work. Anybody knows YouTube realizes why I'm doing that. So right now I see one push that I made a little too hard, and I've been tapping in the same place 10 times. I'm not gonna give it a good tap. I'm just dropping the hammer, just dropping it on it. I'm not even throwing the hammer into it. Just basically letting it fall. So those taps were tiny, tiny taps. Let's see if you guys can see anything left. Oh, I see it. There's a little bit, and it's right here. I think I'm even going to buff out my tap marks. I think I can see what I need to finish right here. But yeah, I sure appreciate everybody that stuck with me through this slightly longer video, and I really appreciate everybody that leaves all the positive comments in the comment section. Like I normally say, hey, if you have a negative comment, you know, don't leave it on my channel. I like to give the reels, show the reels, and be positive. And if you got something to say about how crappy of a dent guy I am, just go say it to somebody else on their channel. We just like to keep it positive. And so this thing is coming out real nice. And now I am at that 95% mark where any retail customer, I'm pretty sure, would be happy with the result. And the stuff that I'm going to do off camera for 5 or 10 minutes is going to be literally invisible to you. So let's see what it looks like when I move my head and pull this board and give it a little perfect it, which I don't have sitting right next to me, but I'll go grab. I'm making one last little push, then I'm going to make one last little tap, and we're probably at about 11. Oh wow, there's a little tiny pocket here that I'm going to push on, maybe off camera. Maybe I'll finish it right now. But you know, a knock or dent like this done in 10 minutes is pretty average if you're going for you know, if you're going for just quality and you have been doing it a long time. But guys, I'll be honest with you, in my first 10 years, this dent would take me an hour and I would only get it to about 90%. It would never come looking this clean. So that's just experience and time and doing it every day, and you know, very cool though. This one came out nice. Let me hold the board, show you what I'm talking about. It's obviously the difference between, if you look at the beginning of the video and now, the difference between a dent and no dent. But let me get my good rag and my Perfect It. And this is probably the best rubbing compound in the world. I'd trust it on anything. 3M brand, Perfect It. It has a super light grit, but then a polish in it too, so it won't leave a haze. It'll take off all my little plastic tap marks. And as long as my rag is clean right now, it'll leave it clean. It's got a little tap mark there still. Do it twice. So, once again, thanks everybody for watching. Let's get this thing nice and shiny. And like I say, I'll probably go in there and push out that last little pocket off camera. So I know right now that it's not 100%, and it might not ever get to that 100%, but I'm gonna go for 99. And really, wow, I still see that little scuff. We did just order a 6-inch buffing wheel that goes on the drill, but I'm just gonna baby this little scuff out, call her good in about 5 minutes. But for you guys, I will say the thing, which is thank you all for watching, and this has been PDR, and I'm out. Peace. Okay guys, we are back because I had to get this thing out, and so it was right around here. And if you take a good solid look at it, I'd say, oh, I can see just a little bit of the marring of the paint surface from where the dent originally was made. But if you look at the paint right now, it just looks like orange peel all the way through. And these lines are straight. Came out pretty nice. So I guess we'll do a double outro on this one, and we'll do a double piece. So I hope you liked the video. If you did, show me you liked it. Otherwise, this has been PDR, and I'm out. Double piece.